Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals. Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, it's Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not. He made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Prescott. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive. Going backwards, I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. The 40, 30, and he's way Murray inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarco.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Another try after the first down sack. Murray.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From just shy of midfield, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing now is Murray, and that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And it's taken in at the 9. So possession goes over here on the punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the...
It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Prescott. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Johnson's got it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here, only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Murray going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Murray now. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Check, 43.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Draw play, Elliott. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still. The first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing, Prescott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott now. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Cooper was the intended target. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Murray fighting, lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Dumping it off for Johnson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They'll get this to Eckler, and they'll
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. Running with Elliott, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? 3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the
Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile,